The man returned home from a business trip, only to discover something terrifying.
On the ground outside the front door,
There were two giant shoe prints. Judging by the size, they definitely belonged to a man. Beside the footprints, there was also a pile of cigarette butts. This indicated that someone had been waiting outside for a long time. His wife had been home alone for a long time. 1,000 thoughts flooded his mind. He quickly grabbed the gun from his car, jumped over the gate, and ran toward the house. Moving swiftly through the dense forest, he reached the outskirts of his home. On a small path nearby, he spotted the footprints again. He immediately loaded his gun.
crouched low and stellt Hilly Snack inside.
Loud music was playing in the house, but his wife was nowhere to be seen. Frantically searching every room, he entered the bedroom.
And found IT in complete disarray.
The walls were stained with blood. It was clear a fight had taken place. He quickly grabbed his phone and called his wife, only to learn that she had been brutally beaten and was now in the hospital. Weakly, she told him what had happened. Not long before he returned, a burly man had suddenly broken into the house. Without saying a word,
He searched every corner.
but apparently, he found nothing, beating her to a bloody mess. His younger brother also confirmed that the intruder was extremely arrogant. He didn't even bother hiding his identity. After attacking, he simply got into a green taxi and drove away. Staring at his injured wife, the man swore to find the attacker.
And get revenge.
The only clue he had was the green taxi, so he decided to use that as his starting point.
To track the culprit.
The next day, he drove around the city.
Searching for a green taxi.
Before long, he found two on a small street, but he took no immediate action. He memorized the company name on the car doors. That night, he went to the taxi company, pretending to need help from the staff on duty. When the staff went to unlock the door, he quickly pulled a stocking over his head. As soon as the door opened, he held the staff at gunpoint and forced him inside. Then he accessed the office computer
Pulled up all the vehicle record.
and found one taxi that had been at his home just before he arrived. The driver's name was Leo. He then searched through the driver file and found Leo's ID photo. Now that he had what he needed, he didn't leave immediately. Instead, he scattered the office documents all over the floor, making it look like a robbery. Early the next morning, he waited outside the taxi company. When he saw Leo drive out, he followed him. The moment Leo stopped to wait for passengers, the man rushed up, pretending to be in a hurry. He got in the car and gave a random address. But shortly after they started driving, he quietly pulled out his gun and knocked on the partition, gesturing for Leo to turn around,
Leo SAW gun.
and nearly jumped out of his skin. Thinking it was a robbery, he immediately handed over his wallet. But the man had no interest in his money. Instead, he wanted to know about the trip to his house 3 days ago. It was a rare long-distance fare, so Leo remembered it clearly. He said the passenger was a large, muscular man. Around noon that day, the man had left the airport and got into his cab. He gave Leo the address of an estate and told him to drive straight there. After arriving, the man told Leo to wait outside while he entered the estate alone. An hour later,
The man came out.
and had Leo drive him back to the airport. Leo told the man everything he knew, then begged for his life. He even offered to give him his taxi, but the man raised his gun and blew Leo's brains out.